Here's a quick overview of all the books I read in January 2026. First book I read was Mother Mary Comes to Me, which is a memoir by Arundhati Roy. I have a dedicated reel talking about the book on my page that you can check out. To sum it up in a sentence, it was hauntingly beautiful, talks a great deal about growing up with a toxic mother. It's political, it's raw and poignant. Solid 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I read Lightning in a Short Class by Dipanjana Pal. I am worried because the main character in the book is calling out the followers of a certain political party as fascists and entitled idiots. I don't even know if I'm allowed to review this book online. Some dumbass might just accuse me of love jihad or something. This is not the kind of book you have intellectual discussions on in a book club. It's rather the book you tell your girlfriends about when the girls meet up. Characters in this book are unhinged and they made me laugh out loud so many times because of it. The biggest mistake, however, I did with the book was I paused this for more than 20 days before going back to it, and I don't know, maybe I lost the flow of it and then I took the help of an audiobook. I had already imagined the characters talking in a certain way, and that obviously did not match because you had one woman narrating everyone's dialogue, and that kind of put me off a little. Then it got too sexually explicit for my taste, but most of it revolved around the lives of the two young women, Alo and Meera. A solid 3.5 out of 5. Next, I finally completed the Demon Slayer manga series by reading the last 3 books. I took my own sweet time with this whole series, probably around 3 years. While this volume didn't have any great character arc, here the series is almost at the end and everything felt so grand and amazing. Hence 4.5 stars for the vibes. 22 was an extension of 21, so the story continued, didn't have any major plot twist and backstory that we couldn't predict. So 3 stars. 23, it had a plot twist that no one saw coming. Last chapter had me bawling my eyes out. What a great end to a series. 5 on 5. Next, I read the first part of The Little Forest. It's a Japanese slow living slice of life kind of a 2-part manga. It majorly deals with the topic of seasonal cooking along with hampered mother-daughter relationship. I have made a dedicated reel on the adaptation of it as well, which I had watched first, and that did affect my reading experience and it made it better. I'm going to take my own sweet time to get to the part 2 because I need time to absorb all the food and recipes mentioned, and I'm afraid that if I hurry it, it will start sounding like a cookbook. Overall 4.5. The next book I read was People We Meet on Vacations by Emily Henry. The book was making rounds again on the internet after it was adapted into a Hollywood movie. So before I end up watching the movie, I wanted to read the book because my friend convinced me for it. And well, let's say that it was really not my cup of tea. I had to DNF it. It just became so monotonous for me. I knew where it was going. A lot of rom-coms are predictable, but this did not have a certain kind of spark for me, did not excite me in any way. I did read 200 pages, so I'm gonna mark it as read and I'm not going to go back to it. I did watch the movie as well, and that did not convince me either to go back to the book. So well, I think this is gonna be it for January.